All right. Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. First, first all hands in a long time. Lots of new faces. Hello, everyone. Uh, I know a bunch of folks are still either still traveling or resting. So we'll see how it goes today.
Or they're just sick, Give.
Or
They
they're
could just be sick.
just sick. But it's good to see everyone.
That's what everyone say comes at this time for anyway, right?
Right. We'll wait a few more minutes.
Ganesh, you're still alive. You're still negative, man. You're the only one, huh?
Ganesh is invincible.
Wow.
He's running. He's running on daddy power.
I'm also negative.
Oh, good, good.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah,
Jack, how you doing, mate? Looks like you're still in Denver, based on the buffalo on the wall.
Yeah, that damn painting. I got tired of looking at it.
It's just not obvious enough, right? Yep. Tough as a bull.
Adrian,
Hey,
you're still in Denver as well?
Yeah, I'm still here, still positive.
Yeah,
have you been able to check in with Matt? How's he doing?
I did knock on his door. He's not doing good, man.
Oh, man.
So I think he's gonna be the full 10 days, to be honest.
At minimum, yeah.
Minimum, yeah.
Yeah. Thankfully, we have Team Mom Essa on the case. She's been just swarming with all of the amazing goodies for everybody there in Denver.
I have to say, and actually, I wanted to do an official post about this, but the amount of support the sick folks got in Denver from Essa, from Sam, from Daniel, from Olga, it was so heartwarming. I can't even express my gratitude. It was like having family there with you to take care of you, bring us smoothies, water, meds, everything we needed. We had, honestly, it's like I had family there. So thank you all. It was a really incredible experience just to see how kind everyone is. And I'm hoping the rest of you guys make it back home soon. Okay. So let's get going. Obviously, it's been a while, so it's going to take a little while for everyone to catch up. But there are just a couple of things. Well, first of all, I want to do some intros. A lot of new faces here. I'll get started. I want to introduce Victor. A lot of you already know Victor. He we actually met through a bounty program that we had several months ago, and we just became good friends. He's an amazing developer. He now knows the ecosystem so well. He's helped with so many integrations, with just building out our internal products, providing support to the developer community, just all around a great guy. So starting this month, Victor's joining us full time to really help us ramp up our internal product development efforts. Right now, Victor is focused on working with Jenya and team, just improving the Explorer. So lots of incredible things happening there. You should see a lot of great features get rolled out on Explorer. So I'll hand it off to you, Victor. Do a quick intro, and it's really great to have you.
Hey, thanks for that, Gib. Yeah, I'm just really happy to be able to join everyone here to try and build out the ecosystem, support the developers, etc. So I'm really excited to have this opportunity. Won't take too much time. So yeah, we did meet before that. We met at a hackathon.
That's right.
It was it's a pretty interesting hackathon. Yeah, so I'm just very happy to join you guys.
All right. Welcome, Victor. And Victor's in Sydney, Australia. So it must be quite late there right now. So I appreciate
No,
you.
it's in the morning, 6 a.m.
6 a.m. Okay. All right. We also have Jack. Do you want to introduce Gayla?
Yeah, sure. A lot of new faces, and Kayla has a lot of experience in the blockchain space, and I'll let her introduce herself in a bit. But she comes with quite a bit of experience with working with grants and partnerships. So, Kayla, take it away.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Jack. Hi, everyone. My name is Gayla. I'm excited to be joining you guys as a fellow. I have been in the blockchain space since 2017, where I was working at Visa as a product manager. I then moved on to Civic, which is the DApp that does identity on the chain. And most recently, I did was the head of customer success at Coil, which is a Ripple-backed DApp. That does micropayments for creators. And I also worked on grant giving for the Interledger Foundation. I'm super excited to be working with you guys, and thank you so much.
All right. Welcome, Gayla. I also see Frozen and Max. I'm afraid I
I'm
don't know.
about to.
There you go,
about to
RJ.
introduce
Thank you.
them. Yeah, so we got two new team member on the engineering team. One is Max, another is Konstantin, which is Frozen in the Zoom. They're full-time engineers recently hired. They've been Max has been contributing to Harmony ecosystem for a long time. He is the bounty hunter for the staking precompile. And I've been working with him for the last couple of months, back and forth. He's a really ninja coder. He's figuring out all the details about consensus and staking pretty well. So we get him on board full time. He's now currently working on optimizing some of the staking logics. And also Konstantin, he's been a core protocol engineer on another blockchain named Waves. He has many years of blockchain building experience, building on compiler, the VM, the network, consensus, and wallets, all this stuff. He's pretty solid engineer, and we're very happy to get them on board to help Harmony to build the chain. I'll let Max and Konstantin to introduce yourself briefly. Max?
Hey guys, I spent some 4 years in TradFi before I jumped ship to crypto just last year. I've been doing bounties on Gitcoin. Mostly they've been Harmony bounties and helping people out in the community Discord. And I'm super excited to work with you guys.
Yeah, welcome.
Welcome, Max.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kostya. I've been working on another blockchain for 3 years and was responsible for synchronization, network, and smart contract evaluation. I'm very happy to join Harmony team. Thanks.
All right, welcome.
Welcome.
Great. Exciting to have you all on board. Okay, so I guess next thing, we'll do the usual. Let's have a quick look at the product roadmap and we'll do some quick updates. Now I realize folks have been traveling, so you know, we'll probably have better updates for the next stand up. But let's do a quick round here. Ganesha, do you want to go first?
Sure. On the Bitcoin bridge, we are steadily getting more and more TVL, close to 85 Bitcoins have been bridged. And the next step, we are adding some features on the reward distribution for the vaults, as well as improving the security in terms of liquidation and so on. There are a couple of features planned for the next release, feature release. That's on the Bitcoin bridge side, and on the trustless Ethereum bridge, we have laid out a complete plan for launching sometime in April. There are some resources which are already put in to work. You can find in, the details inside the Notion page for the trustless Ether bridge. Yeah, those two are the updates.
Okay. Thanks, Ganesha. RJ, do you have any updates?
So the MetaMask staking already launched. Thanks for Mac's contribution, or the non-Eng team helping on writing the Twitter thread, and also the main article is already fully launched, and people are happy using it.
Great. Yeah, it's been very smooth.
And for the Quasar transaction, there's still some question going between me and the common knowledge group. Is just the last few questions, I would say. It's getting very close to finalize the design, but we're still exchanging emails to get the question resolved. And on the research DAO, the last I mentioned, we got a few engineers working on some of the fixes or design improvement that we discussed in the research DAO. They already created a few GitHub issue, which I reviewed, about slashing or the incentive improvement on the validator and leader nodes. So they're gonna start working on some of the incentive change for slashing first. Yeah, that's mostly it.
Got it. Thanks, RJ. Leo, do you have any updates?
Okay, so for the RPC optimization, so we have the get log being served by separate nodes, and however, we found the issue when we use the Lambda to parse the payload, and the gzip wasn't properly supported on the API gateway. So Sophie is investigating with Jane on that. So we have that one using on a separate endpoint to test, but we haven't made it public yet. And for the Rosetta integration, we have additional fix founded during the test, and the change has already been merged. So so far, I think there are no other fix being proposed on Rosetta to check on the latest block. Okay, but however, for Rosetta integration, we still added additional support for the snapshot. It's not on this page yet. So, can you scroll down a little bit for the page?
This is it.
Okay, why is removed? So, okay, I call the blockchain checkpoint. Okay, blockchain checkpoint. Okay, it's a snapshot of a blockchain, and then we use that to bootstrap a new node. So that one actually making good progress. We've been able to dump the latest state, and also to bootstrap a node using the latest state. That gave us a much smaller blockchain to start with within the latest DB. So it's about 20 gig of the LDB can be used to bootstrap a new node. So with all the states, with of course, but there's no transaction. So there's no block transaction for the previous blocks, but that will be able to working as a full functional validator node. So the other part is there's a PR on that still being reviewed, and that one will be used to bootstrap the entire Rosetta end-to-end test.
Great.
Yeah, and on the other side, there's also another improvement being worked on to improve the performance of the LDB using a sharded LDB. So it's also a sharding solution to shard the LDB using different LDB to improve the performance of the IO. And that one's still in review, but that one can be used to improve the performance of our RPC endpoint as well. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Thanks, Leo. Boris, do you want to give a quick update on the 20% fixed income?
Yeah, well, after the conversation we had, you and I, that triggered the other conversation with C. So I will release, not publicly, just our internal team so they can play with it for a few days. And then I need Timeless to decide if we are going with either want to revamp the UX to make it, better, more, because ours is very simple, or they just want to integrate with the wallet. I think that's what came out of that conversation, right? So C will decide if they just revamp the UI, the UX, so it's, I don't know, the web app is more easy to use, or they just want to integrate to the wallet and don't have a standalone app. So yeah, that's it, I think. Oh, also Ganesha told me there was some white hat hackers we can get to get the security check, run through. So I want to put the code through them. Yeah, I will push in that direction, and then Timeless will decide what the best next step is: integration with the wallet or standalone app.
Got it. Great. Yeah, we'll discuss this offline. Okay. Any other product or just engineering updates from anyone before we move on?
I forget to mention the cross-chain universal identity, which we call it iToken. It's already live on the mainnet. So we bridged one identity token, the BAYC, to Harmony, so that the BAYC token holder using the same account can use the BAYC as their avatar on Harmony ecosystem. Right now, it's DFK already support that.
Got it. Okay. Shifting gears now, gonna turn it over to Sam. Sam, do you want to give us a quick update, recap? Take it away.
If you haven't gotten sick, then you don't. That's all you need. Just go get sick and you'll have the experience of being in East Denver. No, it was an intense month. I just got home on Friday. I've been gone for basically the entire month of February. And our entire team showed up to play. So everybody give yourselves a round of applause. You guys did an amazing amount of work in an amazingly short amount of time. We really showed up in Denver and took it over. Like we dominated East Denver, which was really, really exciting to see. So East Denver had over 12,000 people in person. That's huge. That's a really, really big amount of people. There are 170 different teams competing for over $1 million in prizes. There were 39 teams who submitted for Harmony ourselves. And Ganesha knows because he visited all of them and he really enjoyed that. Just for reference, Near had 21 teams. Coinbase had 10 teams. Algorand had 9 teams submit on their bounties. Polygon had 57, so we still, have somebody to move for. And IPFS, as you can imagine, had 51. So we showed up, and it was awesome. And it was a really, really amazing job. We have our, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 12 winners for various different bounties, DAO tools, unique usages of NFTs and ZK usages. Ganesha, are there any particular that you think that you would like to mention? I liked ZK Maps. I thought that was pretty cool. Anything else that you saw that you wanted to mention, highlight really quick?
Both the top 2 winners in the DAO tooling, they're pretty good. We are kind of having conversation with them to continue funding their efforts. One is related to building a DAO analytics infrastructure, which is going to be multi-chain and helping DAOs to kind of analyze how they're doing, and also provide members who would like to join the DAOs with sufficient information about reputations of the DAO and so on. We believe it's like a Dune Analytics for DAOs, basically. And there is also another DAO tooling infrastructure that kind of makes the whole DAO process more streamlined and easy to use for the users, as well as like people, like developers who wants to add more features and so on. Yeah, those are good. And also there are some on the DeFi side that we gave a prize. We are trying to explore if we can further fund them.
Right, which is exciting. So above and beyond the builders, so we hosted the Harmony Hub, which was across the street from the Art Hotel, which is where everybody was staying. Every single person I talked to said that this was one of the most important things that they experienced as a builder, because being over at the Art Hotel itself was so crowded, so loud, it was difficult for anybody to get any actual work done. So they all came across the street where we had Wi-Fi. I'll mention something in just a second. We had Wi-Fi, we had food, we had good chairs, we had power, we had people there to talk. We had, we had good tech support individuals to help out. And that is what a lot of people found incredibly, incredibly valuable. The one thing that was a little funny is we were in the government building, a historic Colorado museum, which blocks VPNs. So a lot of people, like, they had some issues getting to some services that they liked, but in general, everybody really, really appreciated that. As a frame of reference, I figured that we would need about 1,000 plates for 3 days worth of food. We blew through that in a day and a half. So I had to go out and buy some more compostable plates about a half an hour away from the location. And so we really had a lot of good people showing up, a lot of people building. We also had great partnerships that we built with HerDAO, with the Blue 3 DAO, kind of the what's the official title of this one, Lee? Is this Blue to Fly? Is this Blue DAO?
Blue DAO.
Blue DAO with a 3 instead of an E. Gotcha. Great partnerships with both of them. You should have, go and find this video. We hosted a panel with Kwaku Mandela, Dell, Princess Sarah, Edward, a fantastic, oh man, I can't remember his name now, probably because I'm not feeling great, and a great MC talking about blockchain and decentralization in Africa. It was a huge success. It was covered by CNBC, it was covered by CNN, many other coverages. So it went really, really well. And talking about news coverage, I don't know if you guys know this guy named Adrian Robinson. You guys ever heard of him? Kind of famous in these parts. Quote, when Andrew Yang brought up Lobby 3, that was the most significant topic of the entire conference. None of what we are building matters unless we have regulations that make sense, he said. This is a quote from Crypto News. Adrian Robinson is being quoted and has actually like a huge paragraph talking about what he talked about there in Denver. So Adrian, very quotable moment there for you, buddy.
I didn't even know that.
Adrian's running for office.
Pretty much. I'll print it up and send it to you, and your mom can put it on her wall. So the takeaway is I'm just hitting some highlights, really quickly running through this. Just so you guys all know, we moved mountains to get there. We all got super sick while we were there. We all worked ridiculously hard. We did enjoy ourselves, don't get us wrong, but even when we were enjoying ourselves, we were still working. I know that every single party I went to in the evening, every single event, I didn't touch any alcohol. I just went from VIP table to VIP table to area, from area to area, talking to people about Harmony. That's why we brought him there. Denver was covered in a sea of blue. It was amazing, and I think we left a huge impact. Anybody have anything else to add?
Yeah, it really was
something to add.
Surreal and amazing to see, right? We like every single person who came to ETH Denver knows about Harmony. right? They were wearing these blue shirts all over town. It was really surreal to see so much Harmony swag, thanks to Adrian, and just the presence, right? Like everyone, every single person had you know, awareness of what we're doing, and it was very special to see.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I want to piggyback off with what Sam said. You know, we did throw a lot of parties, but I will say this: we were working during those parties, and the reason and the proof is in all of the Project X funding that we got, that we gave out. And me personally, I had met a lot of these guys at the parties. So one in particular, I gave a $50,000 grant to, I met coming out of the bathroom of a party. So, I mean, always working, it stopped him. He saw my blue swag, and I immediately asked him, "What are you building?" And it's those kinds of conversations that happen in person at East Denver and all these, you know, conferences. You know, I'm really proud of the team for doing this Project X. And I think it's super important that everyone on the team has now sharpened their VC skills. I'm not a VC. Lee is actually my veto in my multi-sig, and I chose him because he is a VC. And I was able to learn from the team about how to value a company, how to, you know, all the things you see on Shark Tank, but you just like watch it for entertainment, but now you're actually doing it. You're like, oh my God, what am I doing? It was actually an eye-opening experience. I'd love to do more. So I think it was great.
Awesome.
No, it was fantastic. One other thing that I will add about kind of the events and what's going on. East Denver was a major kickoff, of course. On our short list for the month of March are 10 separate events. Every other month for the rest of the year has no fewer than 5. I don't know if we're all going to show up like we did at East Denver. We're not. But there will be a handful in the rest of the year that we're really going to go into hard. But we are, the exciting part about this is, even though we've all now caught COVID, we're breaking out of the pandemic isolation, and we're getting out there, and we are working incredibly hard with the community. This is what at scale work in Web3 looks like. This is core marketing. This is core developer advocacy. This is how we get out there and build Harmony more and more, is we're on the ground having these conversations as many places as we possibly can. So there you go. There's my really quick update.
All right. Thanks, Sam. So, you know, we talked about Project X. Surprise, Project Y. I'm going to turn it over to Lee to give us an update on that.
Okay, sorry, I'm mute. Okay, cool. Basically, Project Y, let me share. Can everyone see that?
Mm-hmm.
I'll scroll up to the top. So we're going to keep Project Y going for the rest of the year. Basically, as Sam mentioned, obviously there will be many events throughout the year. I think we need to think about the most decentralized and scalable way to do all the events. Core team obviously won't be able to go to all of them. A good rule of thumb is probably 1 event per quarter for the core team. That we actually focus effort on, because there's going to be a lot going on. And for the rest, the best is actually having a pair of 2, and just they will form a team to give out $100,000 of grants at any of the events that we go to. So this is Project Y. They get $100,000 budget to give out grants. 1 person from the core team and 1 person. It could even be a community member or a DAO governor or anybody that's in our ecosystem, right? So now you have this much greater diversity of ideas and people coming in. So I told, as an example, right, I told Ed from our DAO to give out grants to 20 Nigerian startup. Like, of course, there's no way that any of us on this Zoom call is going to be able to do a good job of that versus having Ed do it, right? So really the idea of empowering anybody from the community, anybody from our contributors. So I know that Dallas, Mexico City is coming up, and Mikey is probably going with one other person, Jose. So the two of you guys should just create a wallet, form this team, and then just keep it going with grantees. I think this is a really great way of engaging the community, and we actually need to do this, because if it's just all the core team traveling to every event, by the time we leave, like it won't stay in that community, right? So it's really about empowering the local community. We could even find like the event organizer and partner with that person to do Project Y at every let's say call it regional event for the rest of the year. So think about how to do all these more scalable and more decentralized.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Thank you, Lee. Anything else?
I have some updates for Los Angeles.
Yeah, go for it.
So we're still working on the details, but I believe that Harmony is going to have a satellite office in the Los Angeles area. We've been talking with Z about that. I believe the short list is that it's going to be at Neue House, which is in Hollywood. And it's a really good space because basically everyone in the entertainment industry is funneling through there. Currently, Capitol Records is in there right now because their building's being worked on. So just as an example of the random conversations that you might have in the hall. Yeah, so that's pretty exciting. And I think it'd be nice to do, instead of doing Wednesdays in LA, I think it'd be nice to do like Mondays or even Tuesdays. That way there can, we can still do the LA office. And if I need to come back up to the Northern California, I can still come up. And a lot of Z's team will be there. A lot of the creative team will be there. So, people who design the website, who design art, logos, whatever, animations, are all going to be based out of there. So more news when we get that solidified. So
very nice. All right, great. Jack, do you want to quickly give us an update on the upcoming performance reviews?
Sure. Hi, everyone. So as you guys might know, performance reviews run every quarter at Harmony. So the next one is coming up end of March. So beginning March 14, Matt and I are going to start pinging everybody to start writing reviews on the public Notion page. And this document is private to the team. And then, so that's starting on March 14th. And then on March 21st is when the voting begins on Coordinate. That's when you are given a specific number of credits to then give out to folks that have contributed, that you think have contributed really strongly to the entire Harmony ecosystem and the Harmony team. And then once the voting closes on March 28th, that's when the managers calibrate the $200,000 in bonuses to the entire team. RJ, Leo, and Lee are the managers, so they're going to be making a calibration. And yeah, so that's basically the nutshell of it. March 14th is when the review writing starts. The week later, March 21st, is when the voting opens, followed by March 28th when the voting ends and the calibration happens. Any questions on this?
All good. Thanks, Jack. We've got a Telegram group for this, so if you guys have any questions there, you can ask Jack in and Maddie. It'll be similar to what Sam and I ran last quarter, and we're going to kind of cycle through. And this time, Jack and Maddie will lead that effort. Okay, that's everything that I think we wanted to cover. Any other comments? Any updates? Anything else to share before we go to the breakout rooms?
Just want to say that the Harmony Ambassador DAO held their first few meetups over the past few weeks, at least since we last met, in El Salvador and Philippines. And if there's anyone out there who's interested in becoming a Harmony Ambassador, just go to harmony.one/ambassador, fill out the form, we'll receive it. We'll check it out and speak to you and onboard you if there's a good fit.
Amazing.
I want to throw that out there. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Daniel. Okay. If there's nothing else, I'm going to stop the recording and send you off to your breakout rooms. Thanks, everyone. Have a great week. Take care.